I want you to hit me as hard as you can.
Hi, I'm Luke Ryan for JoBlo.com and welcome to Top 5 Movie Mistakes. Whether it's Casablanca or Jack and Jill, in every movie, somewhere along the way, someone has screwed up. This time we're going to look at some of the more glaring errors in the juggernaut of a franchise that is the Fast and the Furious movies that started in 2001 with the simple yet profitable action flick The Fast and the Furious. It has since spawned 7 sequels with more on the way, the latest installment already breaking records, having just taken the all-time top spot for worldwide opening. The huge series just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and of course, more ridiculous. The first film was over the top in a quaint kind of restrained way, but in the more recent entries, well... yeah, you've seen them. So while the laws of physics are all but ignored in favour of money shots, and the Fast and the Furious films are hardly a standard in realism, let's see some of the moments where the filmmakers were far too concerned with eye candy and let some movie mistakes slip through the cracks. Number 5. In the 4th movie in the series Fast and Furious, not to be confused with The Fast and the Furious or the 1939 movie Fast and Furious, we see Paul Walker's Brian chasing a drug lord who comes to a halt on a rooftop. If you look at the window in the background, yep, there's the film crew. I mean, what more is there to say? You can forgive stuff like this when it's a split-second reflection in a moving car, but they set the camera up and pointed it in that direction. Unbelievable. Number 4. In the movie where it all started, The Fast and the Furious, once again involving Paul Walker's Brian O'Connor, we see him jumping onto the side of a semi-truck to rescue the character of Vince. As he holds onto him, we can very clearly see a safety harness holding Paul Walker to the truck. And it's not split-second stuff either. Oh no, we see it again. And again, and at this point it just feels redundant to even point out that Brian has seemingly aged 20 years in the following shot. Number 3. In Fast 6, you guessed it, 6th installment in the franchise, The Rock's character Hobbs sports a goatee. Yet inexplicably, in one scene when he's driving and on the phone, his goatee is gone. Now sure, characters in movies can get haircuts or shave their facial hair off, but sure enough, for the rest of the movie, his goatee instantly returns. Number 2. Back to the original film, let's take a look at the final race scene between Brian and Vin Diesel's character Dom and see if you notice the mistake. Did you see it? Well, when Dom crashes into the truck and we're treated to 18 angles of the car flipping through the air, take a look at the driver. Yep, there's the stuntman, suited, booted, and helmeted. It's a shame, the more I research these films for mistakes, the more I get disappointed that actors just aren't willing to go the extra mile these days. Buster Keaton? He'd break his neck in a film for the sheer passion of authenticity, but Vin Diesel? Nah, he'll just let a stuntman risk his life instead. Sad. Number 1. In Fast 5, Brian and Mia are being chased along these rooftops in Brazil and are faced with a leap of faith to escape. One of the bad guys chasing them stops to shoot and... what? Come on! I've seen film crews reflected in windows dozens of times, but it's not often that you actually see, on screen, in a film, the cameraman, right there, just chilling out and capturing the action. How did this slip through the cracks? Thousands of eyes are on films from the shooting to the editing and no one noticed. A cameraman pointing his lens at the action in plain sight. I mean, you can find hundreds, maybe even thousands of inconsistencies in these films, but this one, that I can find so far at least, takes the absolute top spot.